Welcome back to another instalment of New Zealand's Bird of the Week, where in this video I will be talking about the Fiordland crested penguin, birds that breed in very inaccessible areas that have unfortunately declined quite dramatically. I hope you enjoy. As well as having characteristic yellow eye stripes that begin at their nostrils and extend well past their eyes. They are decent size too, at about 60 cm in length and weighing about 4 kg, being very similar in appearance to the related and previously discussed snare's crested penguins. They can be distinguished from these birds in having no bare skin around the base of their bills, as well as having smaller bills and narrow eye stripes overall. They breed in small colonies around inaccessible headlands and islets along the shores of the southwestern South Island and Stewart Island, although this range is considerably smaller than what it once was, since there is evidence of them being found right at the far north of the South Island, potentially the North Island, and even outside of New Zealand on Hunter Island, having been greatly reduced by Polynesian settlers. This means that because they originally ranged beyond Fiordland, they are sometimes referred to as the New Zealand crested penguin. Their main prey is reported to mainly be cephalopods, many animals like arrow squid at about 85%, followed by crustaceans like krill at 13%, and the last 2% being fish, although the importance of cephalopods may be exaggerated somewhat. They prefer to nest in loose colonies, with their nests 1 to 3 metres apart from one another, and often in very remote and difficult to access areas, generally under fallen trees, boulders or crevices. They are unusual among penguins in that they'll nest commonly in coastal forests, making for some very striking photos of two things you'd think you'd never see together in the same place. Both sexes will share incubation duties for between 5 to 10 days, after which the female and then the male will leave the colony for a foraging trip, which will be discussed in more detail soon. In common with the other crested penguins, they will lay 2 eggs, with the largest being laid second and the smaller one being laid first, although the former will hatch the earliest, and is generally the only surviving chick. When food is plentiful though and close by, 2 chicks can be raised, but it's often an uphill struggle for the smaller birds. Adult birds are known to swim several thousand kilometres in between fledging their chicks and molting themselves, being able to swim 7,000 kilometres in 2 months, and spending 80% of their lives at sea. This elusive nature and remote living means not too much is known about these birds, and where they go exactly on these long treks, although understanding them more will help in preventing their ongoing decline. The third rarest of the world's 18 penguin species, with a population hovering around 7,000, they are at heavy risk from fishery bycatch, with about 38 through 176 birds being thought to have been trapped and killed annually, with introduced predators like stoats being their main land-based threat. People driving past, or with dogs, is also a big harm given how sensitive they are to disturbance, and birds have been known to flee their nest sites, which leads to both increased nest predation and potential starvation in molting birds. With rising ocean temperatures as well, this will inevitably lead to substantial changes in marine ecosystems and ocean productivity. And while there are likely to be some downsides, birds are known to inhabit a wide range of marine habitats, which may be a good indication that they are quite the adaptable species in face of all these future issues. And with that, I thank you for watching this instalment of New Zealand's Bird of the Week. For next time, you're now able to vote for the black-billed gull, birds that, while still having good sized flocks and seem in common, are in fact declining at a rapid rate. With that, I'll see you next time, whenever that may be.